WIBA, Shawn Preble with you. Time for Making Dreams Realty and the MDR Home Show, and we are joined by Kevin Clark of Making Dreams Realty. Kevin, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Shawn?
I'm doing fantastic. Great to talk with you. And I didn't know if to start this off, Kevin, to ask you how's the weather or ask you how's the market. Let me ask you that. How's the market?
Well, it's a great question. And, we get that question all the time. And I was thinking about it this morning, and I do all the time. I just was thinking, why is it that people ask the question? What do they really want to know? And I think today, what people want to know when they ask how's the market is, how is the market being affected by, this pandemic and what's going on? And so I was looking at the market data this morning and trying to see, is the market really being affected, or is it just kind of business as usual with real estate? And so I pulled up some numbers, and I know it's tough to talk numbers on the radio, so I'm going to try and make this so it's clear on the radio without people seeing graphics and things like that. But if we were to look up homes sold in the Madison mailing area, you'd have to have a Madison mailing ad. So in this year, 2020, from March 1st to today, how many homes sold compared to last year, same time period, March 1st to April 6th, basically. Today being the 7th, there hasn't been any closings yet, or they're happening right now. So what is the difference of those two? And really what it turns out is this year we've had 198 homes sold in the Madison mailing district, and last year we had 166 homes sold. So we actually have more homes sold in the month of March in a few days into April. And I thought that was interesting. And then, I started to look at, well, what about the pricing? Has the pricing changed from last year to this year? And it has, but not in the way people would probably think due to COVID-19. The prices have actually gone up quite a bit. The median home last year sold for $275,000, and this year right now it's sold for $297,000.
Wow.
And so, people they ask that question, and they're asking, well, how is it affected by COVID-19? But the other reason they're asking you is, well, what does that mean for me if I want to buy a house today? Like, what does that average house look like? And so, I pulled that up, and, the median home basically right now today in Madison is a 3-bedroom. You have to picture this, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, approximately 1,400 square feet finished above ground, and, a total of about 1,800 square feet on a 0.2 acre lot built in about 1963. And that's going to cost you around $297,000.
Nice. You know what, and Kevin, when you and I spoke before the show and you started, and as you're talking now on the air about this stuff, I think people are probably going to be pleasantly surprised as they're hearing this stuff, because my assumption, if you would have quizzed me before or on air and said, hey, Shawn, do you think we've sold more homes this year or or more homes last year at this month, I would have said, well, last year. My assumption is, and I think part of the difficulty right now is people have this perception that things aren't being done, and there is a ton of activity, whether it's real estate, whether it's restaurants, whether it's auto repair. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that is going on, and clearly, as you look at some of these numbers, not only are there a lot of houses being sold, but they're getting good money for these houses.
They are. It's still a seller's market right now today. We're still in this limited inventory market. There's only a total of 178 homes available in the Madison mailing district. And that, out of those 178 homes that are available and active, there's only 46 of those under 300,000.
Interesting.
And so there's not many homes available. And so, there's still a lot of competition and there's buyers out there. The only thing that's changed that's different from last year to this year is how are we doing the business?
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing some virtual showings? Are we taking precautions? Is there less people in the house at the same time? What about closings? What do they look like? We had our first closing in Wisconsin here within the last month. That was a virtual closing where they did virtual notarization in Wisconsin. And so people could close right from their home. It's not common yet, but it has happened, and it may move to where we do more of them. we still work with several title companies that are doing in-person closings, but they're just taking precautions. And so business has changed a little, but in the end, in terms of the numbers, there's still people out there that need to buy homes, and there's still people out there that need to sell homes. And we're out there trying to help them at Making Dreams Realty and do it in ways that we take the precautions necessary that they feel safe.
And I know you guys have on your Facebook page as well as your website have some great information. I know we talked a bit about it last week as well on the podcast about those steps that are being taken. And I've got to ask too, with you guys at Making Dreams Realty, it has to help being ahead of the curve as right now. I think some people are kind of playing catch up on some of these virtual tours and kind of playing catch up on kind of the digital age. And I think a lot of us are seeing this in our own workplace, whether it's, if your workplace was prepared, you had systems in place like Microsoft Teams or Google has got one, or Zoom. But I think there are some businesses that are playing catch up. And I think the same in real estate. One of the things that has always impressed me about Making Dreams Realty and what you guys have been doing well before what's been going on now happened, which was spending a lot of time on that online presence, spending a lot of time making sure to accentuate the characters and the character and the greatness of each home you guys list is whereas I think a lot of people may be flat-footed and trying to scramble to kind of get caught up. You guys have been doing all this stuff for a long time now.
Yeah, we are trying to be on the cutting edge of everything that comes out real estate wise, and then some. It's just how we operate. I'm not trying to say we're better than everybody else. It's just we really take pride in the way we do things and the professional aspect of this business. We run this like a true business. We have 8 people on our team. And we have different roles, and we're ready to help people. And that's what we want to do is we want to serve others, and we want to do it at the highest level.
Talking with Kevin Clark of Making Dreams Realty. This is the MDR Home Show. I also love your Facebook page. One, because you're a fun bunch, and you guys have a lot of fun on your Facebook page, which I urge people to follow along with. But another great thing is we're oftentimes surrounded by negativity with what's been going on. People are down. And one of the things I love about your Facebook page, one, is the fun you have, but I also love seeing smiling faces. I know you guys had a great closing. I think they just yesterday or earlier, a fantastic a picture of a family that closed on their home, and you can just see the joy and happiness in their faces, and you think, gosh, it's such a great experience to kind of have those dreams come true and see that stuff. I think for people just looking for a pick me up, it's so much it's so rewarding to see that stuff going on.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate that. And we do like to have fun, and we want to bring, some positiveness into the world. Mm-hmm. The news is a little not so positive. How about that? Yes. I mean, it's the only place where, it's the evening news and they say good evening and then spend the rest of the time telling you how bad it is. Yeah. It's crazy. And so, we like to have some fun, and some other things on the website. I'm glad you brought that up. As people are, because again, they ask us about the market and what does it mean to them? Mm-hmm. They really want to know, and they want to find a home, and it's still a tough time for buyers to find a home and get their offer accepted. So they need some great strategies on how to find homes when they first become available. And obviously an agent is the number one source, mm-hmm. but our website is a great source too, because the way we've organized it, if you are looking in a specific community, you can go to one of our community pages that's down towards the bottom. Mm-hmm. And so like if you pick Madison or if you pick Middleton and then you looked at it, it's going to tell you a little bit about the community, but keep scrolling down and it will have the latest listed homes in that order of homes available in that community. And so you can always look, and it updates all the time right from the MLS. And so you'll be able to see what was the last listed home. So you get the newest ones right there.
That is fantastic. And that's mdrealtywi.com. That's mdrealtywi.com. Very powerful website. A lot of really cool tools, as Kevin mentioned. You can search those local areas, break it down to a specific community, a specific part of town, no matter what you're looking for. It can really help you streamline that process of really finding that dream home. Again, just get to the website, mdrealtywi.com. That's mdrealtywi.com. And with folks, by the way, Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. I've got to assume folks who are listing right now, the people we always talk about serious buyers, but motivated as well for people that are looking to buy right now. And part of the reason why it's such a great time is it kind of cuts out some of the looky-loos. It doesn't it? We're seeing a lot of the people that are coming in to look at these homes. They are looking to buy, and they're looking to buy right now.
Yeah, they are, because otherwise they wouldn't be going out.
Yes.
Although some people do just need a break to get out of the house.
Mm-hmm. That's
However,
what locks are for.
I don't think that's what. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening. I think it's a lot like when you list a home in the middle of December or January when it's really cold out, and then somebody comes to see the house. Well, they're not going to go out in 20 below weather unless they're serious. And so it's kind of a similar situation right now with what's going on in the world. The people that are coming out are very serious, and we're putting some provisions in place for our sellers too, because sellers want to be protected. And so sellers, we're asking them to leave closet doors open when they normally wouldn't. And so people don't have to touch handles and such. And then we're asking our buyers, or the buyers that come into our sellers' homes, to make sure that they are pre-approved and they're ready to go, and they've driven by the house first to make sure that it's a fit. Things like that. So then when they displace the sellers and they come in and we create a little bit of risk, that it's worth it. And then we'll disinfect and do different things to take the precautions necessary.
Really good information. And by the way, I know we talked a bit in detail as well last week, and you can check out the previous podcasts and any of the podcasts at Making Dreams Realty Facebook page, as well as the website, mdrealtywi.com. That's mdrealtywi.com. And Kevin, you mentioned on the website as well that tool where you can break it down by the neighborhood. And obviously, Madison is in the area, is the big city. Janesville also a large community as well. And there are variations when it comes to the different communities and different areas. And you guys can really help people find that perfect house in the perfect area at Making Dreams Realty.
Yeah, we do work in both communities and all the communities in between, including the suburbs and such, and then out in the country. And we have a good-sized team that we can handle all of that. And, the interesting thing is, you get somebody that, say, they really want to get into home ownership, and maybe they're first-time home buyer, and they're pre-approved for, around that $200,000 mark for the first-time home. Well, in Madison, it's so hard to find a home that's at $200,000 that is livable. And so, maybe they want to look in Janesville. I know it's a drive, but man, gas prices are amazing right now, and the interstate's being finished off, and eventually you've got 3 lanes going both directions. And that's going to be a pretty easy commute. And so it might be worth just taking a look there. We don't want to push anybody to one community over another. It's what fits them and their goals and dreams. However, it may be, it's not a full-time thing. You've got to think, what's best for you in the next 5 years? What about building equity? What can you get into that works for your family at the time? Because your family's going to change in 5 years, possibly. And your needs will too. And so you could always sell. And right now, homes are rising in value, but you can probably get the same home. Well, you can. I looked at the median home in Janesville that's available right now is, $115,000 less than the one in Madison. And you get a little bit more home on a little bit more land.
That's amazing. I will tell you.
So it is.
It's great having those different options out there. And I will tell you, as somebody who drives that stretch of interstate every day, it's a nice ride. It's actually, I always tell people, I say it takes me 35 minutes to get from my front door to the radio station, which is, I think for most people, that's a desirable commute. And there are obviously, as you guys with Make Dreams Realty have the staff, whether it's, Dane County, Madison Metro, or in Duroc County, you guys have the people and have the experience to help people find those perfect homes. And you mentioned things like opportunities to build equity, and of course, maybe use that house as a starter, as something to kind of build you towards that dream home as well. And I know you guys at Make Dreams Realty would love to help people do it. Again, you can learn more online, the website, mdrealtywi.com. That's mdrealtywi.com. Also follow them on Facebook. As I've mentioned, you will not be disappointed. It's a fun website that they have, their Facebook page. You can see the great people that work, whether it's Kevin, of course, Renee, Shelley, Dawn, Michelle, Kim, Ryan, Kristen. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got A, right?
Dawn, Shelley. I think you got
I think so.
Renee. Don't forget Renee.
I will not forget Renee. It's again, a great team, great bunch of people. And of course, you can learn a little bit about them on the Facebook page as well as the website, mdrealtywi.com. Telephone number for Making Dreams Realty with Keller Williams, 480-8599. That's 480-8599. That's 480-8599. Kevin, always great hanging out. You have a fantastic day, and we'll talk very soon.
You too, Shawn.
Your dreams within your means, that's MDR. Integrity, quality, and loyalty, that's MDR. So if you want to buy a house or if you want to sell a house, call them, they'll see it through. Achieving your dreams within your means, that's MDR. Making Dreams Realty. Ooh.